I'm sorry for the delay. We are now on air. Blog Talk had some technical difficulties. They were rearranging their system, and some shows got up a little late starting. Mine's was no different. We are now back on air, and I want to shorten up some of the music because to catch up with the message I want to get out tonight, which is which I talked about, which is the God's future plan for the black race in the world to come. So we are going to shorten up some of the music to catch up because I'd like to do things in a 2-hour span. Again, I apologize for the delay. For those of you who are listening right now, we're just starting up. You didn't miss anything. Last time I was speaking about God, who is God, and the logical explanation of God. There was some questions that were in the chat room that I didn't get a chance to speak on and answer. So I'm gonna piggyback on and answer tonight. I am the intellectual ʟᴜᴛᴜRᴇ. This is State of Mentel Radio, and tonight we're going to be speaking about God's future plan for the black race in the world. Now, I know a lot of people say that how can I make a statement about the future plans that God has for the world and the black race, and am I trying to pass myself off as a prophet or advisor or someone who sees into the future? No, not at all. However, the ability to see into the future is real. It shouldn't be seen as something that's out of the ordinary, something that's out of the norm. It shouldn't be amongst our people. We all the time have brushes of deja vu, thoughts of the future, and it's becoming stronger in us today as a people. It's becoming very strong. So we need to tap into that because that is a God-given power. That is a higher power. These things that seem out of the norm and out of the ordinary are actually supposed to be a natural and normal capability or an ability that our people have. It's not supposed to be something out of the norm. People in the average everyday world make it something supernatural, paranormal or whatever because they don't have the ability. This world is governed by people who are submentally controlled, who vibrate on a low mental frequency. So of course they're not going to receive higher intelligence. They're not going to be able to tap in or trigger in higher mental capabilities. I refer to this radio broadcast as Future Intelligence Radio, and I say that State of Mentel Radio represents the evolution that is now being verbalized. I'm going to say it again. The evolution is now being verbalized on State of Mentel Radio. And talking about and bringing about the evolution of our people is receptive, is being received by quite a few now, I'm seeing, because our radio listeners are increasing because people are looking into the future, which is a good thing. But we still have a lot of people who are fighting against that evolution of our people. A lot of people who want to keep us stagnant, who want to keep us focused on the past. And we're no longer going to be focused on the past as a new and evolving people. I said that the so-called black race, that a new evolving being or a new evolving and entire intelligent race is coming out of the black race, an almond race, a group of our beings, our men and our women. Now, in the evolution of our people, in the forward motion of our people, we must be mindful of those who want to slow down our evolution. Who are the people that are slowing down our evolution? These people who are in these past philosophies, beliefs, and things of the past, cultures of the past, traditions of the past, religious beliefs, religious ideologies of the past. They're slowing down. They're attempting to slow down the evolution of our people. They're telling our people that there's nothing new for us, and they're lying to you. They're lying to us. They're willfully lying to us to keep us trapped in that revolutionary circle. They want to keep us trapped in that revolutionary circle of madness, keep us doing the same repetitive things, to keep us following the same repetitive ways of thinking. This is why they're doing it. This is why when somebody like me comes along, and I'm speaking about the evolution of our people and the future intelligence of our people, they're against it. They are against it. They don't support that. They don't see it as real. When we talk about God's intelligence, they don't want to see, they either do one or two things. They either now, because they're caught up in metaphysics like I talked about last time, either they'll say, oh, there is no God, we got to get out of this God thing. They'll say that. Or they'll turn around and say, oh, there's nothing new under the sun. What we got is what we got. False. Last time I explained that God represents the future black man and future black woman, a supremacy, an ever-evolving people. We are those supreme beings in future state, and a state of constantly becoming. That God race, that superhuman or super mental race, I should say, that super mental race, which is why we're promoting the Supermen and Superwomen project starting in New York, and we're going to be moving all around to teach our people about the advance, to start bringing our people together collectively to move on advanced mental capabilities and coming together and building a new civilization and society, an advanced mental civilization and society that has to come out of the madness of this thing called the black race, okay? Because this black race thing, this whole idea of it is like a wild animal off its leash, you understand? Just all uncontrollable, going all over the place with no rhyme or reason for existing. And when I say that God is going to enter in to this disorder that's going amongst the black race and the world, what I mean by that is our future intelligence, our higher mental capability is going to alter this problem. It's going to fix this problem. We are people of order, first and foremost. We are not chaotic people. Though we were thrown into a chaotic situation by way of slavery, by way of revolution and the madness that's going on here, we are orderly people first and foremost. And we are now trying, some of us, the ones who are in tune with the true and living God, that are men and are women, that are those are beings, we're trying to restore order amongst our people. You understand? But we're going to get a lot of people who are against it, who are against the evolution of our people and the restructuring of our people in an orderly fashion. You got a lot of our people who are not going to readily accept the evolution of our people. They would rather stay caught up in religion. They would rather stay caught up in the madness of our people that we are undergoing through religion, through different philosophies, through metaphysics and all these philosophies of the white man that we've adopted, things that we try to act as though we mystically receive from somewhere else other than the white man and the other races, the Arabs. This is their misunderstanding of a higher power. What is the higher power that they misunderstand? It is our higher power. They misunderstand it because it's not connected to them. They are the ones who are supposed to be on their knees praying to receive the higher power. We are the ones who are supposed to be dispensing it as we see fit. We're supposed to be the receivers, the ultimate receivers of this higher power, first and foremost. We're supposed to be the ultimate receivers of this higher power, but we're not receiving it because we are caught up in all sorts of religion and mental madness that's taking place amongst our people. This revolutionary mindset, this circular way of thinking, where we keep following rituals, aka spiritual behavior, rituals that keep us praying and fasting and chanting and all this madness that people told us that we had to do to make a mental connection or a so-called spiritual connection, which is really supposed to be a mental connection with God. when they didn't tell you or they didn't understand that the spiritual connection you're supposed to be making is actually a mental connection, not a spiritual. There's no such thing as spiritual. We're supposed to be making a mental connection with our higher self. That is the God we're talking about. Those of our people who understand the language or have an understanding of the language I'm using right now, you're going to key into what's going to be said. Those of you who are locked into that revolutionary mindset, this is not for you. But you can listen and try to have an understanding of it as I go on. Certain things may seem familiar to you. Other things won't, because your mind is locked into the revolutionary mindset of religion, of the white man's philosophies, the Arab philosophy, and the rest of the human race. Your mind is locked in his books. You have your head up his educational system. You have your head up his so-called logical orders and things that really don't make any damn sense, that do nothing but breed mystery and abstract ways of thinking in the minds of our people, which have done nothing but cause confusion. So we're moving on from the confusion. The ones of our people who are in the evolutionary mindset, the people that are taking the straight linear path, the straight and narrow path out of the circle. The circle has been pierced, people. The circle has been pierced with higher intelligence from those our men and our women. We are the Amen beings. We're supposed to be receiving a straight higher knowledge, a straight unlimited knowledge from the future into the present, as we were receiving it in the past. We were receiving random access to higher intelligence in the ancient world, from Egypt, from Nubia, from Mesopotamia, but it was interrupted. It was interrupted. It was interrupted by the philosophies of the Arabs and the white man and their religion. It was interrupted. So now we're moving forward. Now we're moving forward. We're moving beyond all of the old ways of thinking. We're moving beyond all of the side ways of thinking. We've taken on a higher mental capability. We're moving past religion, the ones who are in an evolutionary state. We're moving past Islam, Christianity, Judaism, metaphysics, all of these things. We're moving past them. We're moving past all of these abstract mindsets. We're moving past all of these abstract beliefs, because they're not really connecting us to anything higher. They're not moving us forward. They're not bringing about our higher mental capabilities. The focus is not on us. The focus is on actually keeping us mentally enslaved, physically enslaved. This is the whole purpose. The whole purpose is to slow down our mental evolution. And we are being slowed down. See, because as soon as we make that mental link, with our higher self, with our advanced self in higher dimensions and higher defined states, then a synergy and evolution will take place on the planet. The world will change as soon as the black man and black woman changes their mind and advances their way of thinking. Because you are the ultimate ingredient in evolution. You are the ultimate ingredient in change. It won't come from anyone else. It will not come from anyone within the human race, because they move in a revolutionary mindset. They move in a revolutionary mindset. They move in a revolutionary circle. They repeat everything over and over again. You understand? They repeat everything. And they want our people to believe that this is how life works, in a circle, the circle of life. However, we're supposed to be outside the circle of life, because we weren't created here in this realm of existence. We weren't created in this realm of revolution. We came from outside it through a higher genetic. I said that the black man and the black woman are the manifestations of the Amen beings of the God race. We are not part of the creation, physically or mentally. However, we think we are. That's why we're trapped here. What is the future plan that God has for the black race? Simple. Some of our people within the so-called black race will be evolved mentally. Some of you will receive the higher intelligence of God on earth today. You will receive your higher intelligence here, which represents you in a higher and defined state, in a higher dimensional state. You will receive that higher knowledge on earth. You will start to have random access again to telepathy, psychometry, and all the higher senses, which we refer to as mentalic capabilities. You will think faster. You will move faster. You will become supermen and superwomen on earth. The evolution will start. It's not going to be poof overnight. Some of you will advance more than others. Some of you are going through this. If you understand what I'm saying right now, if you have an understanding of what I'm saying, some of you are going through this right now. Some of your mental capabilities are starting to pick up. Your telepathy is starting to become stronger. Your psychometry is becoming stronger. Your intuition is becoming stronger. All of these things are starting to become stronger, like they're becoming normal, because we are in a new millennium and we are receiving a new higher knowledge. Some of our people will advance. Some of you will receive that higher intelligence. This is what it was talking about in the book of Revelation when it was talking about the 144,000, that new race of people, a new generation. This is what it was talking about. It wasn't talking about no Israelites and a bunch of people doing the same old rituals and things over again. This represented the generation or the breeding of a new people. And that new people are here today. And they are coming out of the black race. And they're coming out of the black race all over the planet. Whether you're in America, whether some of our people are amongst the Africans. They're not the Africans. Our people are amongst the Africans, calling themselves Africans. They in Colombia. Our people are all over the place. We look like nobody on the planet with our woolly hair that grows up in the air like afros. Yet everyone wants to breed with us. Why is that? Why is it that now everyone is trying to breed with us? From the white man to the East Indian, all these people are trying to have these interracial things going with us. There's a reason. Because they know that you are the people who will bring about the evolution. Some of you. Some of you will bring about the evolution. Some of you will not. Some of you will die off in that revolutionary circle, trapped into your own thoughts and these philosophies that you've accepted from the white man, the Arabs, and everybody else. You will not advance into the future with your old ways of thinking. So those people who cannot advance will be edited out of the next realm in the evolution of our people. It's just like the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs will walk the planet for millions of years. Walk the planet for millions of years. Then in one swoop, they were gone. Meteorite came and took their asses out. Right? And now you got some remnants of the reptilians here, your snakes, your geckos, and all these little smaller remnants that survived and evolved. But the big dinosaurs and them all gone. You know what that represents today in the black race? That represents you niggas that are caught up in philosophy, religion, metaphysics, all this madness. You understand? The Moorish thing. All these old ways of thinking have to go. All of these old millennium mindsets have to go. We have to purify ourselves. You understand? There's a reason why, and I meant to talk about this last time. There's a reason why they always show God, right? When they give you when they give you the description of the ideology of God, the white man, when he shows God as a black man, like he does Morgan Freeman, because I said this is his way of letting you know in the new millennium, as he's telling you the truth, that God came as a black man, as an intelligent black man who walked the planet amongst everyone. That's why he used Morgan Freeman. But notice he put Morgan Freeman in white all the time. He put him in a white suit. What does the white suit represent? What does the white represent when you show the angels, which is actually a Greek word or a Latin word, which means messenger? You understand? The word angel only means messenger, right? What did that mean? Why were they always portrayed as wearing white? What did that really mean? What that represented was a people who had a clean slate. It represented purity. People who had a clean slate. People who weren't weighed down by the nonsense of mankind. It represented the generation or the regeneration of a new people who were not weighed down by the nonsense of the human race and that revolutionary mindset. People who had clean minds, clean bodies. People who were not weighed down by foolishness. people who had a clean slate. That's what the white represented. The white robes, the white suits, whatever. White represented purity, clean purity. It had nothing to do with the white race. You understand? It represents clear minds. Clear. You understand? To receive the higher intelligence of God. Amen. The supreme intellectual being. To receive his thoughts, because his thoughts, his higher intelligence is real. Everything from man is nothing but a bunch of misunderstanding and confusion. That's why you got all these ideologies out here today. That's why you got Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Morism. You got all these different metaphysics and all this madness from the human race, because they are confused. You understand? They're not in tune with God. Because being in tune with God is supposed to be being in tune with the higher you, the so-called black man and black woman, the new people, and you people. When I use that terminology, new, when it went back into ancient Egypt, it translated the word new, or the so-called NU, translated as the primordial abyss, or the dark waters, which actually represented space. Dark, infinite space, or eternal space. And why would we call new? Why would we connect it to that word, that phonetic of NU? Why would we connect it to it? Why are we connected to it today when we call ourselves, we identify with the word Nubian? Some of the people identified with Nuwabian under Dr. York. Why were we so connected to that NU? Because the NU represented people who were traveling in darkness, the primordial abyss. People who came from the darkness, meaning the universe, space. You were that light in the darkness. And you are still that black people, that light that shines in the darkness, but those in the darkness who walk with you comprehend it not. You are the intelligence. You are the pure intelligence. You have access to the pure intelligence. Those of our people who are not caught up in the philosophies of the rest of the human race, or the human race, and their misunderstandings and their confusion. Because none of these things came from you. Christianity, Islam, Judaism are misunderstandings of bits and pieces of your higher intelligence. They got all of that from Egypt and the Egyptians, the Sumerians, and things like that, and they built their stories and their religions and their beliefs off of our ancient ideologies, which even at that time, our people were still incomplete in their way of thinking. We were still evolving. We never stopped evolving as a people. And some of our people are starting the evolution again in this new millennium. Notice Erykah Badu wrote on her, I think she wrote on her body when she was walking around naked in that video, Windows 6, she wrote evolving. We're no longer talking about the revolution anymore. The revolution is dead. We are now in an evolutionary state. We're coming out of that. And I'm going to break that down. We in the state of mental are going to break that down, because some of you are moving in a revolutionary circle and some of you are moving in an evolutionary line. Those of you who are moving in the revolutionary circle will pass out of the world. Those who are moving on an evolutionary line will move forward. Those who open their mind up to higher thought, advanced knowledge, higher intelligence, which we were supposed to be receiving in each dimensional state. As advancing people, we were supposed to keep on receiving random access to higher intelligence as we were moving into the future as an advanced people. We are constantly in a state of motion. God represents us in higher states, higher dimensions, moving forward. That's God. That's us. We are a physical race of people. This is no spirituality. This is no abstract teaching. This is no spookism. As you have children, as you're bringing forth new generations of people, that is the God race evolving. That is us. There's nothing higher than us. When we make the supreme judgment on this planet of who lives and who dies, who stays, who moves on, that's still us in higher mental states. That's us in advanced state. We put the white man in order in an advanced state because we made him to keep order as a servant. Now, you Negroes ran right up under him, which you weren't supposed to do. We were supposed to be the ones on the planet leading the world into the future. But now, you niggas ran right up under the white man and the rest of the human race. You accept their philosophies. You're under them. And a lot of our people sit up here and say, oh, what he talking about, this, that, and the third. What are you talking about? What are you doing as a Muslim? Just sitting there around praying and waiting for something to happen? What are you doing as a Christian? Same thing, sitting around praying and waiting for something to happen and ain't no changes coming to our people. What are you waiting on? What are you doing as an Israelite, sitting around praying and waiting on things to happen and change? You understand? These are slave teachings that were meant for the human race to follow. Laws were supposed to be passed down to civilize them, not us. We are supposed to be the advanced manifestations of the almond beings on earth. We are their bloodline descendants. You are supposed to be the bloodline descendants of God, not some spiritual disconnect or some nonsense that they taught you in the religion that you niggas are still believing in. You've been praying for 400 years, however many years, and even further back. Where's it gotten you? Where's it gotten you? Did we even pray in the ancient world? Where's it gotten our people? Where's all this praying gotten our people? We're still suffering. You niggas was praying in slavery. And what changed in slavery? Nothing changed until y'all got off y'all asses and when we was in slavery and we decided to run the hell out of there and take physical action and leave. But all that praying and stuff we did and all that on our knees and things like that didn't change a damn thing till we got up and decided that we wanted to make things happen and change. That's the evolution. There was a break in the circle because the circle at that time was a circle of bondage. We ended up, the white man took us out of Africa, the so-called African sold us into slavery, and he put us in a circle or a regimented form of living by way of bondage. He put us in slavery, and we got used to that way of life, just like you niggas today are used to this way of living here in America. You get up, you go to your job, you work 8 hours, you come home, you have sex, you eat, you sleep, you defecate, you talk to each other on the phone. That's all. That's your life. That's a circle. That's a revolution. You do the same thing every day. Where's the evolution at? Where are the greater things that you are bringing on the earth? Where's the higher technology that's supposed to be coming from our people today? Where's the new civilization? This is what we're supposed to be bringing forward. This is what we did in the ancient world. We was always bringing forth something new in the future, in the ancient world. What are you niggas doing today that's sitting up here standing up in the name of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, metaphysics? I don't give a damn, Pan-Africanism. What are you bringing forth today in the way of evolution? What are you bringing forward? If you sitting up here and keep talking about the traditions and the customs and beating on drums and dancing and shaking your ass, then you know what? You're not part of the evolution. You understand? You're not part of the evolution. You're part of that revolutionary circle. You understand that? You're slowing up the evolution, really just for yourself. You're not going to slow it up for those of our people who are coming in tune, because like I said, this is for the new people who don't have that same way of thinking as the old. That's why we said in the State of Mental, go to the SOM.info. We said in the State of Mental that we opening up doors for our people 42 years and younger, those who were born 1970 and after. Not saying we discriminate against anybody who was older, but a lot of times you older people got set in your ways. You got set in your religions. You got set in your philosophies and your metaphysics. You got set in the primitive circle and that revolutionary circle. You don't want to leave. You just like them niggas that was on the plantation who didn't want to leave. You know, it was the life of the slave wasn't so bad. You know, you ate, you got your little squares a day, you worked, you know, the master maybe wasn't raping your woman at that time. You understand? So it wasn't as bad. You know, where we gonna go? But the ones of our people who know there's more, who are dissatisfied, we know there's more. See, with you, there's no more. You've already basically hit your zenith. You niggas who are caught up in religion, you people that are caught up in Egyptology, you people that are caught up in the ancient world, you've hit your zenith. There's no future evolution for you. Our people are caught in that revolutionary mindset who keep pushing Pan-Africanism, the Moorish science, Egyptology, and all that madness from the last millennium, that old teaching, that old philosophy from the last millennium. Look, it's not transferring into the future. You understand that? None of that is transferring into the future. God is bringing a higher intelligence, the true and living God, Amen, us in that future state of bringing a higher intelligence onto the planet. So all your old philosophies from the last millennium are not going to transfer into the new millennium and into the future world. They're not going to transfer. It's just like when I told people, I said, you know what? Because I had told you before I had this conversation with a Muslim, and he tells me, he says, he said, Islam is going to last forever, brother. That's what he told me. Islam ain't going nowhere. I said, oh, really? I said, do you know that you had religions that predate Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, and they went on for thousands of years? Where they at now? So don't just say that. Don't think that Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Israelite school, Judaism can't be going tomorrow. That could be going within 2 generations. Because if you got a generation of people who don't want to hear that, who ain't trying to hear that, then it's going to be gone. You old people that was pushing that, you understand? Who was pushing that? You'll notice you ain't getting young people turning out in your church or in your mosque. You understand? It's the numbers. You might get a few who were your children who you pushed it on. Some of them might turn out, but it's not in the masses. It's not the majority of the people that turn out in your churches, your mosques, and your synagogues, or wherever, and your temples, wherever. They're older people. The younger people are the future generation. They drive the next way of teaching. They drive the higher way of thinking. It's the younger people. They're not turning out because they're tired. They're not of your revolutionary mindset. They're not of your old last millennium ways of thinking. They're looking for a new and higher intelligence that's going to feed them. They're looking for that God knowledge, and they're not getting it from you because y'all still on your knees. You still praying and waiting for something to happen. You are the something that happened in the world. The existence of the so-called black man and the so-called black woman, you are the higher evolution, the higher intelligence in the world. You are what the world has been waiting on, but you don't want to be that. You want to be like the rest of the human race. You want to be like the humans. You want to beg and wait for something to happen. You want to accept their philosophy, their ideologies. You want to keep pushing Egyptology, Moorish science, metaphysics, and all that old stuff that ain't helping our people in the evolution. You promote it. It's nothing but the same revolutionary madness. It's the same nonsense. And y'all sat up here and talked about, well, if you keep doing something over and over again, expecting different results, then that's insanity. Then I guess all you niggas insane. You still believe that the white man going to obey some laws, some treaties. You still believe that. I can't believe y'all sitting up here and y'all still doing that. You still believe that the old ways of thinking are going to help us and benefit us in the future world, and they haven't done nothing in the last millennium. When are y'all going to wake the hell up? What we bring in the state of mental is future intelligence, advanced intelligence. For those of our people who sit up here and say, oh, that ain't real, what this nigga talking about? Oh, what's this intellectual talking about future intelligence, higher intelligence, what God, how you going to say that? For those of you who don't think that an evolution, what you're saying is you don't think that the evolution is possible amongst our people? For those of you who say that, for those of you who think that, then that means you're not part of the evolution. Because I see it clearly. When we promoting the Supermen, Superwomen conference or the Supermen, Superwomen project and the evolution of the black race, a new man, a new woman from the black race, when we pushing that, the future intelligence of mentellect, we see it clearly. Those of us in the state of mental, we see it clearly. That's why our brothers left out, the ones of our people who are coming with us, they left out of Christianity. They left out of Islam. They left out of Judaism. They leaving out of Moorish science. That's a thing of the past, man. That Moorish science and Islam and Christianity, all that Islamism and all that stuff, that's about as useful to us as a damn submarine with screen doors, man. That's how useful that is to us. That's how useful it has been to us. Sitting around here waiting on the white man to give you something. You don't even know if his society going to exist within 50 goddamn years. You don't know that, but you believe in him because in your mind, his order is set up. You just like them slaves on the plantation. You don't see anything beyond his system and beyond his order. You don't think for yourself. That's why you can't receive the higher intelligence. I'm going to speak about the 200 fallen angels because that was a question that somebody had in the last last broadcast, and I'm going to answer that when we come back. I'd like to apologize. I'm refreshing the chat room for those of you who were in the chat room. Just give it a few minutes because Blog Talk is bugging out. I'm back. I said the broadcast started late because Blog Talk, they were having technical difficulties in launching this new number system and how they want to restructure the call-in for the shows and how we do it. So I had to go with that. And they ended up finally flashing something up here to let us know that they were redoing the system. So we're back. The chat room is open. Sorry we started a few minutes late, but the fire is still going to burn on the ass of some of our people and on the ears of our people who are listening. Now, the 200 fallen angels that were spoken about in the Bible. I said that the word in, which came out of the Sumerian tongue, which meant Lord or Master, which ended up going into Amen and men and women, that in stayed there as lords and translated into the English language. Certain words translated into the English language purposely, like the word Amen, in, things like that, new. All these words translated because the English language holds a lot of our ancient words today. The modern English language, I'm going to say it again, because it is the most dominant language on the planet, holds a lot of our ancient words today, and it was meant to do that. And it was meant to do that to tune us back in when we heard them. That's why, if you notice, instinctively when we hear words like new, when we hear things like amen or in, things like that, we tune right in. Most of us tune in to ancient Egypt quicker than we'll tune into Africa and the Africans and what they're doing in that world. Certain words we tune into, and it was meant to be like that. The white man was telepathically related to sent messages to keep certain languages in order, because there's really no such thing as an English language or all this other stuff. A lot of these languages are just developmental speech patterns that came about with different groups of people, but they were all copying from us. You understand that? Because when the white man, when he was in the caves in Europe and all across Russia and things like that, and the rest of the human race, that goes for your East Indians and all of them Asiatic people, because that's the human race is your Asiatic race. Your East Indians, your white man who was your Caucasian or Caucasiatic, you understand? They were all in the caves in the mountains, you understand? The Chinese, all of these people, they were not speaking any language. They didn't have any language. They came amongst us and learned how to speak. They used to speak a language called Gla. You understand? It's Gla, Gla, Gla. And you hear the caveman, when they tell you about the caveman and where their language developed from? It developed from us, coming amongst us. You understand that? Their language developed from us. That's why you notice our words can be found in their language, like new, like men, all that. Those are our words. Tell. All of those are our words, and other words that went into Latin and went into English and all up into Arabic and all that. Those are our words. So when we reintroduce them to you in the English language that we speak in today, a lot of our people are, why are he using English words and this, that, and the third? No, we're not using English words. This is part of our ancient language that we're using. And it was meant to stay within the English language, so then at this point in time it would reach us in this day and time so that we know what it is that we were connecting to. Because if I said a word in the so-called Egyptian language, which is pretty much is a dead language, you know, whatever the language the Kemetic people were speaking, the so-called ancient Egyptians were speaking, because everybody says, you know, they trying to put together, oh, this is what they said and this is what they meant and things like that. Nobody really knows nothing because you wasn't back there. You're speculating. You know what I'm saying? They was dealing with picture writing and a lot of other things, and you basically had to decipher what it was they were saying based on the pictures that they were presenting to you. So the English language bears a lot of our ancient language and our ancient words. And they took it because a lot of your white people who were formulating the English language, which came from Germany, which came from German language, from Latin and things like that, as they were formulating the English language, a lot of them were Freemasons. A lot of them took our words from the ancient language and incorporated them. Took our gods, took our the supreme deities, because they knew that that was the truth. That was the real. Those were the real gods. Not no Jesus Christ and all these manufactured gods they made up for the rest of the people in their societies to follow. Those are manufactured gods that came from the mythological gods that they created in Rome and Greece, and ancient Rome and ancient Greece. No, this language, there's a reason why the English language is all over the world today. You can go anywhere in the world and find somebody speaking English. But you can't go all over the world and find anybody else speaking, like they talk about Latin, Spanish is becoming the highest language. No, it's not, because you can't go to Germany, you can't go to France. You might find one or two people, but you'll find in every country, the majority, you'll find at least 100 to 200 people somewhere speaking English, because English dominates, as is the dominating language on the planet, because it is directly, a lot of the words and a lot of the structure is directly from us. You understand that? And it made the words resonate with us. A lot of the words resonate with us because they come from the ancient world, and they are part of our future evolution. Okay? We talked about the fallen angels, or those beings that fell into the earth, the word "in" is there. Notice the word in the word fallen, Fallen. The word "in" is in there, right? Those who fell to earth. That was talking about an advanced race of our people that fell into the ancient world, that fell and got caught into the ancient world and mixed in with those of our people who are down here to create certain ones of our people who are advanced. Okay? Certain ones of our people, they are the so-called black race today are the descendants of the 200 fallen angels. Because, like I said, the 200 fallen, this is not no spooky spiritual thing. The so-called 200 fallen angels were nothing but black people who were advanced, who fell into the ancient world, who fell into that timeline of the ancient world, who mixed in with the people that were there. The physical manifestations of us, the women and the men, they mixed in and developed advanced children, intelligent children. This is where you get your so-called genetic mindset, or your genius mindset from. Those are the people who were advanced from those unions with those supreme beings, those futuristic beings. Because I said our people exist in different times and different dimensions. We are continuous people. We exist in the future, we exist in the present and in the past, and it is continual. Time is continual. That didn't come from the white man and that philosophy of what he teaches. We already knew time was continual. Every time when you look on in Egypt and things like that, and you see those squiggly lines or whatnot, that represented us. That represented mental frequency. Wherever there's mental frequency, that means there's order. And wherever there's order, that means there's structure. And wherever there's structure, there's people. That's us. There is no beginning for us. There is no ending for us. We were always in existence. We exist in every dimension here. Future, past, and present. So when we tell our people, yes, we're moving into the future right now, we're not dealing with the past and the present and whatnot. We focused on the future. Like I said, some of you who can't see that are because you're not going to move into the future. Your genetics don't exist in the future. Your children don't exist in the future. They will die out. Your genetic will die out. Those of you who can see what it is I'm saying about the future, and it's not nothing hard. This is not something that's abstract and far out. It's just you seeing the bigger picture. The future represents, the constant and continuous future represents the bigger picture of what we are becoming. Those of you who can't fathom this, those of you, all you can do is fathom Christianity and a life of praying, and Islam and Judaism and the Moorish thing of begging the goddamn white man for some treaties, they obey some treaties. Those of you, that's all you can see, that's all your mind is focused on. You know what? You're going to burn out. You're going to burn out with everybody else. That's coming to an end. All that's coming to an end. Notice all of these people are getting exposed. Notice that. All these people, all these movements, they're going to go down. Because you cannot stand in the way of the evolution of those almond beings, that God race. When you are standing here and you are preaching this same old millennium, last millennium stuff, when the supreme beings, the almond race, the God race is trying to bring higher intelligence on the planet, you're going to be moved out of the way. And I'm the voice of that evolution. I'm part of that evolution. I acknowledge myself as part of that evolution. I'm tuning in. Those of you go, oh, what's that? What he talking about? Look. Go down the dial. I told you. Don't listen. It's only for those people who are tuning in, those people who are on an evolutionary mindset. You people who looking for some Pan-African talk, you people that's looking for the Matrix talk, you people that's looking for metaphysics and cosmology and all that BS, go somewhere else. All that's coming to an end anyway. All that madness, because a lot of you niggas know y'all lying and making up stuff. A lot of y'all know y'all telling lies. A lot of y'all just trying to keep an audience. A lot of y'all trying to be famous. A lot of y'all trying to make a name for yourself. Y'all causing confusion. You understand that? Either sit your ass down, be quiet, strip down naked mentally, and learn to relax your ego and learn this higher knowledge is coming in, or just, like I said, just sit and wait for things to happen. Just sit and wait on the sidelines till you get exposed, because you're going to get exposed. When you lie to people, like I said, when you lie to people, when you cause confusion, you're going to be brought to an end. Everything that you do is not going to come. Everything you do is going to come to nothing. And I get on you people like that, like I said, because you're causing confusion. You understand? What people are supposed to be having their minds opened up to receive this future intelligence, this higher intelligence, to evolve us as a new race. You understand? You're standing in the way of that. So you got to go. You're standing in the way of God's logical plan for the black race and the future. The world is going, the planet is going through an evolution right now. You understand? They're talking about another sun coming in. More light, speeding up the planet faster. What happens when the rotation speeds faster? People become more developed mentally. Thoughts advance. The picture gets bigger. Who are the people that are going to receive the higher pictures on the planet? You black people, you so-called people amongst the black race. The white man, he's trying to tap into that. He stays focused on the future. You niggas don't stay on the future. You stay in the present and in the past. That's why he's talking about interplanetary travel and dealing with splice and more genetic manipulation. Because what he's doing when he's talking about the genetic manipulation, he's trying to figure out ways to perfect the human genetic. He's trying to figure out ways to advance the human genetic, because the human genetic is flawed. You understand? He's trying to figure out ways to advance the human genetic, take out all the flaws. One of the biggest ways he's taking out the flaws is by pushing racism. Pushing interracial mixing. See, because our people were created in a perfected state physically. We didn't have these diseases and all these things like Down syndrome and our genetics. All that stuff came about from our mixing in with the human race and the people of the humans, the Asians and the white race and the East Indians. That's where all these diseases come from. Down syndrome, Tourette syndrome, smallpox, herpes, all these sexually transmitted, all that come from mixing in with the humans. You understand that? That genetic is in us. But it's supposed to be cleaning up their genetics when they mix in with us. They want to turn out their ultimate answer to it is to turn out a biracial new breed of people. What Dr. York used to call back in the day, he used to call a neutrinoid or a neutral race of people, where your genetic will be one of the dominating genetics, but it'll be so buried down with the rest of the human genetic and washed out, but yours will be the dominant one, because yours doesn't have all of the genetic mistakes in it, because your genetic was perfected until you started mixing outside of your race. So we had to understand this knowledge, and the black man and the black woman have to come together to perfect our genetics again, so that we can receive higher intelligence to move forward. See, because when you mix outside your genetic, you can't receive higher intelligence. You can't receive it fully. You receive bits and pieces of it. Then here comes the confusion. Because, like I said, the white man, he promoted that, and the rest of the human race, they promoted that whole mindset of prayer and meditation and all this stuff to get connected to, or spiritually connect to God, which is really saying they wanted to connect to the mind of God or the intelligence of God. That's why they was doing that. But you didn't have to do that, because you had random access until you started mixing out of your genetic, until you started accepting their philosophies and their mentalities and lowering your mindset. That's another thing where it talked about the fallen angels, those who fell mentally as well. You represent that today, black man and black woman. You fell mentally. So now the raise is to move you up mentally again, to move you and evolve you to a higher state. See, because when our people, it was a time when our people were in darkness on the planet, meaning that we were primitive. We were getting like the goddamn Africans that were starting to develop in certain parts of the world. Then we received that higher intelligence. We started connecting in once we got off by ourselves, and then came the Nubians. Then came Sumeria and Egypt and all these things and these great civilizations. Prior to that, it was a goddamn bunch of mud huts and a bunch of people weren't running around with their ass out. You understand that? Then we got advanced mentally. Where did that higher intelligence come from? Where did we start receiving this higher intelligence? We didn't just get smarter on our own. I tell our people all the time, y'all talk this nonsense about, this ain't, what are you talking about? This ain't real. Look, we didn't get smart on our own. There was an evolution that took place. Our minds got jump-started. We started getting generated images into our brain to build these civilizations and societies, to have higher mental capabilities and advanced ways of thinking, telepathy, psychometry, being able to levitate huge material and things like that, because we do have the power of levitation. Hell, the white man doing it now. He's doing it now. You're supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be doing that on the regular. We are levitational beings. We have access. We're supposed to have random access to gravitational pull and levitational lift. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, as everything about you in that natural state grows up from your hair and everything else, obviously you're a levitational being as well. The human race, they just work on a gravitational pull. That's why their hair pulls to the ground. Everything on them pulls to the ground. They're locked here because they were created here in this state. Created in water. You understand? That's why their hair looks like that and it pulls down. Everything on them is grounded here because they were created here. Single-celled amoebas thrown into the water. Just like the animals that came here. They came from the same animal creation. That's why their hair looks like the animals. That's why they have a special connection with the animals. That's why some of your white people, they'll have sex with animals. Because they have a connection with the animals. Hell, didn't your Darwin tell you that the man came from monkeys? He wasn't talking about the black race. He showed the white race. And that's why your white men back then got pissed off with him, because before they was teaching that man came from God, and that the black race, they said you black men and black women came from monkeys and gorillas. But then when their own white scientists came and said that about them, because really they were trying to take on your identity as those who came from God. And they were the ones that came from animals. But then they tried to flip it, and they was successful. They was putting all that in the first millennium. They had the black woman there. They had this guy, ʟᴏឡɪᴄᴅ, some guy they got from Africa. They put in the Bronx Zoo next to a goddamn monkey. You understand? And they had him with the monkey. And they said, yeah, they was genetically related. Then here comes Darwin, and saying it, and he shows the evolutionary chart of the damn ape up to the white man. You see the fur on the damn monkey and whatnot, and the same fur and the straight hair on the white man, the East Indian, the so-called Native Americans, and all of them. Our hair grows up. You don't see monkeys with afros. You don't see gorillas with afros. You see them with straight hair. They were trying to take your place when they said that man came from God. Whenever they teach you that man come from God, they're talking about you, not talking about them. They know where they come from. They have this affinity toward animals. And y'all who mix your seed, you understand? Those who you mix your seed with them, you're bringing down your genetics. You're creating a new animal race. You understand? Does not the white man teach that the humans are animals? He said the human beings are animals. Didn't he not teach that? He teaches that. He teaches that humans are animals. So if he teaches that humans are animals and you're not in the human chart, what is he telling you? You're not part of the human race. That's what he's telling you. You understand? You're not part of the human race. Look at you and look at everybody else. For you simple-minded Negroes out there who caught up in all this other stuff and like, oh, what's he talking about? Blacks is not part of the human race. Look here. Look here. Just because the goddamn white man didn't say it, because we know you niggas need help thinking on, you need assistance of white people to think. So I'm going to help you a little bit. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of logic because you don't even pay attention to what you're seeing. They show you every day. They show you that you're not part of the human creation. What did they tell you in slavery? Didn't they not say that you blacks was 3/4 human? Y'all not part of the human race. They were saying that the slave master said that you wasn't part of the human race. They were saying it. Why was they saying it? Now, they were saying it for a racist connotation. They were saying you was an animal and this, that, and the third. But notice they said you wasn't human. Now, for those of you who think, oh, it's a color thing, he don't know what he's talking about, then why they accept the East Indians? You understand? Why they accept the East Indians? The East Indians, black as the ace of spades, but they got that straight hit. They're part of the human creation. You're not. The earth is going through a change right now. It's going through an evolutionary change, and you're part of that change. You're supposed to be growing as the earth is speeding up faster. So are you. You're supposed to be speeding up mentally and physically. You're supposed to be receiving this higher intelligence on earth. This is not a game. This is not me just wanting to have something to talk about, talking some BS on the radio, because like I told you niggas before, the ones of you who are not in this mindset, I'm not talking about my real listeners, the people who are in tune. I'm not calling y'all niggas. I'm talking about the simple-minded Negroes that might tune into this. You know, I'm not a radio personality. I'm not up here on these goddamn airwaves to waste your time and try to blow niggas' minds. I'm not here for that. You understand? I'm not here to blow minds. I'm here to advance the minds of my people, the ones who are in tune, the true mentalists, the mentallectuals that are walking the planet, that new race of higher intelligent beings who are coming out of the black race. I see that. I see it as clear as day. Just because you niggas don't, because your mind is limited by Egyptology and metaphysics and that BS, don't get in the way of the evolution. This ain't for you. You don't factor into the future. And like I say all the time, and the sister like when I say this, and it's real, I say, listen, if it's not about future intelligence, it's about the future evolution of our people, if you can't see it, then have a nice day, man. Have a nice goddamn day. We're not talking to you. You niggas that still want to keep pushing that last millennium garbage, because a lot of you niggas, y'all working in tune with the white man. And I'm not saying you knowingly doing it, but you helping him by slowing down our evolution, because that's been the ultimate goal since we got here. Notice after we got out of slavery, right? Notice after we got out of slavery, they were surprised. They were surprised at how fast we started evolving. You understand? The government, the American government, they were surprised. Black men started becoming congressmen and senators and things like that. Y'all built Black Wall Street. You had black people coming with inventions and stuff like that. Y'all started advancing real fast. And they were surprised. They just figured y'all be some simple-minded niggas just, begging the white. Some of you were. You know what I mean? Some of you were. But they were surprised at how fast our people started to advance, being that we was in bondage. See, they was holding back that power. You understand? Now nobody holds back the power but niggas now. Niggas are the new enemy to the evolution of the black race. I'm going to say it again. Niggas are the new enemy to the evolution of the black race. You work hand in hand with those who are against us. Just like you niggas did in Africa, because you are the descendants of those Africans that sold us into slavery. And you could tell. You understand? You niggas that's not talking about the future and the evolution of the people, have a nice day, man. You still want to keep pushing Egyptology and metaphysics in the face of a white man talking about moving to different planets and genetically advancing his race of people, and you niggas all y'all can talk about is Ashe and Black Power and hip hop? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You niggas still pushing black, red, and green. Africans don't give a goddamn about you. Now I understand some of y'all was doing that because y'all didn't have any knowledge. But there's no more excuse now. ʟᴜᴛᴜRᴇ Radio is here. The evolution will be verbalized, people. The evolution will be verbalized. The SOM.info. We opening up. We opening up as a future race, an almond civilization, as we supposed it had been. I said that our evolution was interrupted. You understand? Our evolution was interrupted by this madness that we accepted from the rest of the human race, i.e. their religion and their philosophy. And y'all still caught up in that. So I got to get on these goddamn airwaves and try to free the minds of my people. You understand? If I got to be the mental Harriet Tubman to free the minds of my people, to get them out of this stupidity that they caught in, because a lot of you are sincere. A lot of you are searching. A lot of you are opening your minds up. You understand? That's right. The evolution will be verbalized. It will be heard and it will be seen. The Supermen, Superwomen project is going to be coming to it. If you sincere about the evolution of our people, bring the Supermen, Superwomen project to your town from the state of Mentel. It's about the evolution. You understand? It's about the evolution of our people. I'm tired of you niggas looking for this, ways from the white man to heal our ills here in this society. A lot of you simple-minded niggas don't even know there's nothing wrong going on here. I was sitting last night and watching, what's the show? I was sitting last night and just watching just the BET channel, just general nigga nonsense. Now, I do like the game. I'm not going to front. I like the game because I like how the sister write the show and whatnot. It's kind of dealing with a lot of actual real things that's going on with our people. Then came that show, Let's Stay Together. You know, and they did a thing where they was pushing this new movie, Think Like a Man, right? And just seeing these niggas, you seen the black one with the goddamn wig and weaves on her head, and just trying to act, just their whole vibe came off as artificial and phony. It's just like these niggas ain't about nothing. You understand that? And that's the majority of your black race, your race mixers, the people that love everybody. You get along gang niggas. That love everybody and everybody don't love you. You sell out niggas. You niggas that don't stand for nothing. You understand that? The Most High, the true and living God, Amen, who is us in a future state, is going to raise us, those who are in tune, away from you. The Amen civilization will raise out of the black race. That is the 144,000 talked about in the book of Revelation. Those who will receive to have the knowledge of God in their forehead. And their third eye. I said it all the time. You understand that? People of the sun. People who are drawing their energy from the sun. That's us. That evolution didn't stop. Though some of you stopped it. You understand? Because y'all wanted to get dumbed down. Some of y'all just want to just dumb out and go to the club and lay up and spread your legs and lay up with everybody and, oh, this is too much. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for the truth. Y'all ain't ready for the evolution. You understand? Hell, some of the Israelites talked about a nuclear destruction coming where it's going to just totally eradicate everything on the top order. Look at the word nuclear. I'm going to show you something. Nuclear. Nuclear. Look at words. Look at the phonetics of words. See, words are not just said for no reason. A lot of simple-minded niggas are, oh, he trying to make something out the word. The word is said for a reason that way. Nuclear. Meant to clear off something. You understand? Nuclear destruction. Nuclear destruction is meant to clear off the top level of the planet. Break down civilizations. Destroy civilizations, make room for new ones to come about, like it was supposed to. You understand that? The death merchants are in place, people, to bring about the destruction in the name of Amen, the true and living God. Our true and living God of the world, the real Lord of the worlds, not the God of religion. You understand that? The God of religion hasn't done nothing for the black race, but kept you ignorant. Kept you as slaves, told you children of God. Why did they call you children of God? Because they wanted to produce a childlike mentality in you, and you niggas still got that childlike mentality. You still believe in some angel sitting on a damn cloud with wings coming off his back. When they showed our people in the ancient world, got that from the ancient world, where they showed our people with wings and things like that, because what that really represented was that our black men and black women were flying. They saw them flying. Just like when they show you Superman and those three beings that came to Earth and they flew and whatnot, they got that from us, man. That's real. Flying beings came from us. I'm going to get into the levitational lift of how it works in unison with the sun. We're going to break that down in the knowledge of intellect. That's real. That's logic. It's not no abstract philosophy or no made-up thing. That's real. What does heat do? Heat makes things rise, does it not? You are people of the sun. You are sun people. You're supposed to be in a levitational lift. But we're going to get into that as we teach the knowledge of intellect. In the state of mental, in the supermen, superwomen project. Nuclear. You understand? Nuclear energy. The white man got these ideas put in his head for a reason. He got these ideas. They didn't just come to him. Don't give him that credit. You understand? Don't give him that credit. These ideas didn't just come to him. You understand that? These ideas were dictated to him because the almond beings knew that it would come a time where they would have to destroy the people on the topsoil. They got, don't you see, they got a history of this. The God race got a history of destroying old things that can't move into the future. I just named the dinosaurs. I just named a group of people that couldn't move into the future that was destroyed. The reason why you die, you understand? Reason why people die off is because that is to make room for a new people. So the whole idea and the whole reason for death is to bring forth new life. So they work on a system of killing off certain things or getting rid of certain things and bringing about a new group. Now, some of our people will come back in the new group because it depends on whether your mind is advanced in the state and whether you promoted this evolution or you kept pushing that mindset of religion and that revolutionary nonsense. You understand? Bring the state, get with me. I say you people who listening and y'all acknowledging that, because y'all are responsible for this knowledge now too of intellect. If you accepting the truth of what I'm saying, get with me, call me, like I said, I'll put my number out there for those of you who are serious, and I will come to your town. The state of Mental brothers will come to your town as we get it built up here in New York. We will come to your town. We will start the Supermen, Superwomen project. You understand? To bring about new people in the state of Mental. Damn religion. Damn religion. Damn religion. You understand? This is the true evolution of our people. It ain't going to come from those civil rights, you niggas marching and all that. See, because they keep trying to, you know why they keep putting these people back out there? I'm going to tell you why Al Sharpton and all these people come out here and do this marching, singing these marching songs and still pushing this mentality. You know why they do that? They do that so they can put you back in that revolutionary mindset in the past. That's what all that's for. To drive you back mentally. That's really what that's for. To get you niggas singing those old goddamn songs, getting marching and whatnot. And every time it come back around and somebody gets shot down, y'all do the same thing in a rotation again. Aren't y'all tired? Aren't you tired? Don't you want this evolution to take place? Aren't you willing to put yourself in that line of evolution and get out of that goddamn circle of revolution? Stop with the revolutionary talk. You understand that? We ain't worried about the Masons. The hell with masonry, all that, man. We getting out of that. The hell with all that. We're not talking about no more masonry. We ain't talking about the white man no more. We getting past that, man. You understand? We got to get past all that. See, you black people that constantly want to keep talking about the Scottish right and the white man, all that. I'm not getting on you, Brother Ben Yakin, but what I'm saying is we moving past all that, man. You understand? We moving past all that. They want you, you know, they love when our people constantly making them the scapegoat and making them the focus of our evolution and making them the focus of our attention. We're not going to keep making you the focus of our attention. We got to make us the focus of our attention. Those of you who ain't with that, look, man, you niggas a bunch of Uncle Toms, man. Even you black revolutionary niggas. Y'all Toms, man. Y'all looking for FaceTime. Like the new Black Panther. You niggas looking for FaceTime, man. You cats is looking for FaceTime. You understand that? We moving on, man. No disrespect to you, Brother Anthony Ben, but like I said, we moving on, man. We're not interested in nothing that the Masons and all these people doing. We're not interested in that, man. This is about the mentalists, man. This is about the evolution of our people, man. A lot of people want to come in here and keep bringing up the history because they want to be heard. Look, we got to sit our ass down, be willing to learn again, start new, and move forward, man. We know about the white man and masonry and Egyptology. We heard all that before. We moving on. You understand? We moving on. We need to worry about the future of our people instead of the history. Like I said, it's only going to affect the people who can't move on. The people who don't worry about the nuclear energy. Don't worry about the nuclear holocaust. Don't worry about it. It's only going to affect the people who can't move on. You understand? It's only going to affect the people who can't move on. It's only going to affect the people who still sitting around here thinking about their 401k plan and America and Social Security and your job and the goddamn club and your stupid ass friends who ain't talking about nothing, and your stupid ass family members who ain't talking about nothing. All they want to sit around and do is talk about who laying up with who in the goddamn family, all that stupidity. You understand? We trying to move on, man. We trying to build a new civilization, a new community, man. This is what this is about. Or you niggas that want to sit around and smoke weed all day with your pants hanging off your ass, talking about nothing, trying to get some woman to produce. Like, notice, you niggas, like I said, y'all gonna die out too. All that weed, that good weed you niggas smoking, a lot of that stuff is gonna make you niggas sterile. And a lot of y'all need to be sterilized. We don't need a new generation of niggas on the planet that you're gonna bring forward. You understand? A lot of that new weed, that good, it's sticky icky that you niggas smoking, you understand? It's going to tear you niggas up, tear up your brain cell, tear up your sperm seed, everything. Because you just going to bring about a new bunch of niggas. You know? That's all you're going to do is bring about a new generation of niggas on the planet. We don't need no more niggas amongst us. You understand? That's why I said we have to separate. We have to separate from the black race. A new generation, a new civilization, a new people have to come out of the black race. And that even includes them conscious niggas, because y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas anyway, man. A lot of you conscious guys, a lot of you guys is putting on events, charging people, you understand, to just because you just trying to get paid. You understand? You know, a lot of you niggas know who you are. Come pushing this Ashe black power nigga, you just about $1. That's all it's about with you. Hustling ass nigga. Goodbye. 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 Got a little bit hype here because this is real, man. This is real. I'm not up here on these airwaves trying to, like I said, get no following. This is about the almond civilization right here. It's about the new race. If you ain't about the future of our people, the evolution of our people, then what the hell you niggas here for? What are you here for? To take up space? The purpose for us being here on the planet as a people is to bring about the evolution, for us to be in the continuous line of evolution. That's what we're here for. And the humans in a circle of revolution. We're not supposed to be in the circle with them. We're not supposed to be on our knees praying to no God with them. We're not supposed to be following no philosophies with them. We're not supposed to be sitting up here trying to uphold old traditions and customs of the last millennium. It's over. I said that we are moving in dimensions, not degrees. The state of mental, the mentalists, are moving in dimensions, not degrees. You regular niggas, y'all moving in degrees, man. Y'all moving in circles, man. You understand? That's why y'all keep talking about 360 degrees, 120 degrees. That's circles, man. That's why if you notice, the symbol for a degree is a circle. We're not moving in circles, man. We're moving in straight lines. Mentalists are moving in straight lines. Don't think this is some knowledge that our people could just pick up and sound hip and groovy and cool. No, we actually teaching this as a living knowledge within the state of mental, within the knowledge of mentellect. You understand? This is not something for you niggas to pick up and be like, oh, that's hot, so I want to say that. Don't say that because you don't know what you're saying. We're teaching this as a real logical knowledge. This ain't no hip talk like what the 5%ers do. You know, they saying a lot of stuff. I'm saying the word stuff when I want to say something else, but I ain't trying to talk like that on radio. You understand? Because I don't use that language on radio. But they saying a lot of stuff that sounds groovy and hip that they copied from the Freemasons and the Moorish Science Temple, which the Nation of Islam copied as well. You understand? We dealing with truth up here, man. We don't give a damn who don't like it. It's going to make a lot of niggas mad. Oh, well. You understand? We getting at the truth here. Mentalists are moving in dimensions. Advanced states. You understand? Advanced state, no abstracts. Advanced states of high vision and defined states. Mentalists. mentalist. And there is a mental list being developed, a list of people. You understand? That's going to make this evolution. Not you niggas that's just talking and being sympathizers. We ain't dealing with no sympathizers here. You understand? Exactly. Revolution is coming full circle, and it's going to keep continuing in a circle. You right, Patrice. It's going to keep continuing. That's why these niggas in that revolutionary mind state going to lose their minds, because they're going to keep going. They already insane. All that repetitious talking and thought and all that over circular stuff over and over again, that's why they're not doing nothing. That's why they're getting at each other's throat. That's why they're breaking off and forming different groups, but they still teaching the same thing. Evolution, one dimension to another. That's what we bringing in within the state of mental. That is that God knowledge. This is the knowledge of the almond civilization. You understand? We drawing the line in the goddamn sand. You understand? We drawing the line in the sand as mentalists, as the state of mental, as the mentallectuals, as the almond civilization. The SOM.info. You understand? That's what it is. The God race is coming out of us. The supreme beings are us in future state. We're supposed to be becoming them. Your children are supposed to be the supreme beings, the almond beings. If we don't make this evolution now, then they're not going to exist into the future. The God race of the future, the advanced race, depends on what we do right now. It's all one line. The children we bring forward, the knowledge we teach them, the real knowledge, not this BS knowledge that niggas been teaching, trying to sound heavy and deep. We ain't got no time for people trying to sound heavy and deep no more. If you don't know what you're talking about, sit your ass down and learn. We tired of you niggas talking this nonsense and causing confusion because you want to sound heavy and deep or get in the sister pants. You understand? You pants niggas. In the pants niggas. We tired of you. You being exposed, man. Move the hell out the way, man. Y'all just bringing a lot of confusion, man. You moosing. That's what we used to say back in the old school in the Dr. York. Y'all niggas moosing, man. You telling lies. Nothing you say is making sense, man. This got to be logical knowledge that can make sense to our people that we can actually apply to perfect ourselves. We are perfecting mentalists, man. We're not practicing anything. Like the practicing Muslim or the practicing Christian or the practicing Israel. We're perfecting mentalists, meaning we are perfecting our minds and our physical by advanced knowledge. We learning everything. Medical procedure, we taking everything in. Not no pseudo-intellectual nonsense that you niggas was trying to promote. Trying to sound heavy and deep when you ripping off the damn Masons and the 5% with that bootleg knowledge, man. We're not coming with no bootleg knowledge. Either you're going to raise to the occasion, you understand? Either you're going to raise to the occasion, meaning raise your mind to the occasion and humble out and sit your ass down and learn, and don't take bits and pieces of it and try to incorporate it into your own knowledge so you can sound heavy and deep. Don't do that, because it's not going to translate and you're going to cause more confusion. You understand? This, or what we're teaching in the state of mental, is not going to transfer into you niggas' old knowledge. I've heard, and I'm going to tell you something. We heard a lot of in a lot of these radio broadcasts, certain people changing their style. They talking about the future now. Nah, niggas do. They'll listen here, and now they talking about the future now and all of that. I'm going to tell y'all something. You understand? State of mental, just like how the old Nation of Islam was, just like how Dr. York was doing the ʟᴏ, certain things that come from those groups, you know it's them. You know it's them. Certain things that you're going to hear, you're going to know it's going to come from the state of mental. Ultra standing, words like ultra standing, mentellect, all that means something. The mentalists. You understand that? The almond civilization, all that's coming from the state of mental. We got nothing to do with no Egyptology or the past things. Amen is a continuous state, man. Amen came through those civilizations, and he's coming to our people today in America. He's coming, that mindset is coming to America and our people, the advanced ones of our people today, not you niggas. Not you niggas that's concerned about just getting money or your kids or your 401k plan or being a hustler or how much money you could get because you niggas chasing money. And all you niggas doing is chasing money just to give back to the white man anyway. For $200 and $300 sneakers like you black men doing, breaking down goddamn doors to get a pair of Jordans. You niggas done lost your minds, man. Giving $300, $400 for a pair of ugly-ass sneakers with ridges on them. I know Phil Knight having sitting somewhere laughing his ass off. That's the mentality of you niggas here that's supposed to be so heavy and deep that's coming out here teaching and doing radio broadcasts. You understand? That's your mentality, that nigga mentality. No thank you. No thank you. Have a nice day. No thank you. We don't want that. The intelligent ones of our people, the real men and the real women, that's who this broadcast is for, that's going to come in the state of mental and raise the mentality of our people. That's who this broadcast is for. You understand? That's who this is for, to raise our people up, away from you and your madness and your goddamn foolishness and your God games. You understand that? The real people in the black race are going to undergo a change in mind, body, and soul. We are undergoing it right now. Those of you who are listening to my words, this is going to spark something in you. You understand? This is going to spark a power in you to change and evolve. So that is an undergoing of a new knowledge, of a change on the evolution of mind, body, and soul, and it's going to get deeper. It's going to take on higher depths. It's going to take on more defined states, greater dimensions. This is just the beginning. But you people who want to come here with your Egyptology, your metaphysics and whatnot, and you just want to weigh in and you want to have something to say, sit down and be students again. Put that white robe on. Just like how we did in ancient Egypt. They shaved their goddamn heads and their body parts and put on white robes and became students again, man. They purified themselves. They became babies again, man. That's what we're going to have to do in this future knowledge, myself included. Because every time I do this broadcast, I turn back around and listen to it myself because I had to teach myself. I have to sit and learn because I'm listening. I'm opening myself up as a gateway to higher intelligence and to this Amen knowledge because I want this evolution for my people. I was sincere. I didn't mind sitting at the foot of great men, like whether it be the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Malachi. I didn't mind opening myself up and sitting at the feet because those men opened up my mind to receive what I'm receiving now, which is that higher intelligence of mental life. They opened it up. That was their purpose in my life. So yes, there will be an evolution. God is raising, the Amen beings are raising a new race of people out of the black race. We will be receiving higher mental capabilities, advanced thinking. We will be receiving higher mental capabilities and advanced ways of thinking and physical power that's coming. That's happening. It's starting. I've done talked to sisters and brothers already who we tuning in, and they saying stuff. We finishing each other thought, and it's becoming strong. I know some of you are getting this right now, and it's happening, and it's going to become stronger. And as we come together, as that collective, to really come about and bring about the evolution of our people, it will become stronger. This is the real evolution. This is the real solution to our people's problem. Not some niggas sitting around here trying to push civil rights still and trying to march in front of the damn white man buildings because you niggas trying to collect some payoffs. You understand? This is the evolution. Not because you sitting up here asking the government for a handout. The white man don't owe you nothing. You understand? He don't owe you nothing. You understand that? And he ain't giving you nothing. When you niggas gonna wake up? But then some of you ain't gonna never wake up because you got an eternal Uncle Tom spirit in you. Your hand is eternally out. You niggas gonna be forever on your knees while we standing up and moving forward. That's real. You understand? There will be an evolution amongst our people that is going to come out of the black race. It ain't going to be the whole black race. This is the future plans of the God race for those people within the black race. Rest of you are going to die off because you serve no purpose. You're going to burn out like those many stars in the universe that shine at the zenith, hit its point, and that's it. Just like when you're trying to make it to a certain point, you be like, okay, I'm at that point. What happens? Terminal velocity. You fall back to the earth. You fall down and you fall out. We keep going. We keep going. This is an eternal journey. There's no stop point with this. There's no, oh, we almond beings, and now what? There's no now what. There's now we continue. There's a constant continuation. You people that's coming here, and like I said, I'm going to tell you, you people that's coming here to the Supermen, Superwomen project, don't come here asking us about, oh, well, how can we make money? How are we going to get money and feed our families and whatnot? Look here. Let me tell you something. This is not a new welfare hub. Okay? If you can't take care of those elementary things, you can't feed yourself. That's you asking us how to feed yourself. It's like you ask me to wipe your ass. You can't wipe your own ass? We want capable people who can take care of themselves. It's not about us giving you a handout. It's about you coming and adding on and building something greater with us. Hell, Kennedy said it himself, and I agree with him on that, because a good saying is a good saying. Ask not what you can do, what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Ask not what the state can do for you. Ask what you can do for the state of Mentel. What can you bring to this? What can you add? Because that's all the people we dealing with. We're not dealing with you niggas that's coming with a handout. Go to the white man for a handout. See what he tell you. You want fast money, go rob a bank. That's what we tell you niggas. Because we got a few of that when we started our meetings up, and people want, how we going to feed ourselves and eat? Because, you feed a nigga, then he run off and just go and be a nigga. We're not interested in feeding niggas. We're not interested in watching you and fostering your life. We're interested in fostering the minds of our people and bringing about an evolutionary race in our new children and our babies. We're not interested in fostering and keeping you going. Go to the white man for that. See what he tell you. Because he turning his back on you niggas too in the new millennium. You understand? He's turning his back on you. He's turning his back on you in the new millennium. He ain't going to be no handouts. He's showing you in Hollywood. You niggas that had your hand out. He ain't got no roles for you. All you niggas that tommed out, he's showing you. Ain't nothing for you. He ain't got nothing for you. He's looking out for his people. And you know what? That's good. I agree with him. Good. Good. Excellent. You understand that? Black people will continue into the future world, an advanced race of black people. It won't be all our people. This is the evolution. This is the 144,000. That's what Revelation was talking about, the 144,000, the advanced people. And a lot of you people out there, y'all don't like my word, and you can't stand the way I say, well, I don't give a damn. This ain't for you. Those of you who are part of this evolution, this word is going to be like water to you, man. It's going to be like food to you, because you're going to see the work being done, man. It's being done right now. We're not making these posts. We're not doing these radio broadcasts for nothing, man. We're about to change. Those of you people who are not about to change, who just want to take it in bits and pieces, and you like the word, but I don't know, I don't see it. I'm gonna just go head back to the club and shake my ass and hang out with and have my nigga up in my face talking about nothing, and and basically my do nothing life. Go ahead. This ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Just sit on the side and wait, for nothing to happen. Y'all about to burn out anyway. I told you. That nuclear energy and just the death aura on this planet is strong. There's a strong death aura on this planet. The white man keeps it there for a reason, to get rid of his own kind and you niggas that serve no purpose. You understand that? The majority of you black men, y'all going back into bondage through the prison system. I done said that already. You niggas are going back into bondage through the prison system. Y'all going back to slavery. Because I told you, the white man don't see you in an evolutionary form. He don't see you that way. So he ain't making no deals with you. You understand? The deal is you niggas going back to prison. You niggas going back to bondage. And we're going to talk about that in a later day. I done talked about some of it, but like I said, I'm going to lay the plan out directly. I already know where they going with it. I already see. A lot of you black men, they using Lil Wayne to push that criminal mentality. A lot of you black men are headed back to bondage, man. And you black women going with them. You understand that? This is the future world, an evolutionary black man and an evolutionary black woman to govern and dictate on this planet and get back in our place or get forward into our place where we belong. We ain't saying get back. We saying get forward to where we belong, man. These things are going to be factually seen by those who are in tune. These things are going to be factually seen in the future by those who are in tune. You're going to have future thought. This is a vision that will evolve in our people. You will see the future if you are in tune with this mental knowledge. Throw out that whole spiritual idea. There's no spirituality for our people. There's only the mental. those who are in tune with that mental force. It's going to become clearer as we doing these broadcasts. That's why I went from 1 broadcast to 3 broadcasts a week. It's all about the evolution of our people. You understand that? We undergoing this. This new millennium is supposed to produce a new black race, a new race out of the black race. A lot of our people will die off as a part of this evolution. Our people are fixated on the past because they know it's no future. A lot of you niggas that keep talking about the past, Egypt, Africa, things like that. And then when we introduce the future to you, y'all sitting around there like with y'all thumb up y'all butt like you don't know what the hell we talking about. You go right back into Africa, Egypt, the Black Revolution, the Panthers, whatever you talking about, because y'all not fixated on the future, because y'all don't really see the future. That means you're not part of it. Even if I'm not here, the future is going to continue. Don't say the intellectual making this up. If I'm not here, the future is going to continue, and this evolution going to stop. It ain't going to It didn't start with me, and it ain't going to stop with me. I'm just one who's being the loudspeaker to Amen's evolution. I'm just the loudspeaker. I'm telling you what's going to take place amongst our people. If you are in tune mentally, those are our people who are in tune mentally. They can see it. Those who are not, you can't see it, then this is not for you. You understand? That current shortage of black men, you salute black women who can't find black men. There's a reason for that. You understand? Because they dying out. These niggas are not meant to procreate. You understand? Because they ain't going to do nothing but bring forth a bunch of little niggas anyway. They ain't meant to procreate. That's why the real black men, the ones who are going to come up, these evolved beings, they're going to end up taking more than one woman. That's why I told you in the Bible that in the last day, it's going to be 7 women that are going to take hold of one man. That's real. Because these black men, the Amen beings, are going to judge them, and they're not going to be fit to continue on in their bloodline. That's why these niggas is dying off, killing each other. That's a death aura on this planet. To get rid of them, the order done went out. Get rid of these niggas, man. They don't serve no purpose. I don't give a damn if you got black skin walking around about, how you going to talk about the brother? The hell, you niggas ain't my brothers, man. Y'all a bunch of niggas. You just like the white man. You got the mentality of the white man. You understand that? Hell, the white man, some of his people mentality better than yours. You niggas act like straight animals, man. Breaking down doors to get some sneakers, raping women, and when y'all supposed to be saving the women and helping the goddamn women, you raping them in goddamn New Orleans and in Haiti and terrorizing your people. You niggas are a bunch of goddamn animals, man. And that's all I got to say on that. Good riddance to you niggas, man. Have a nice day. Have a nice life, what's left of it. We coming to the end of our broadcast. I'm sorry for the late delay. We will be back on Friday, and we might broach on the question of why the black race is going into the homosexual state today, or moving toward homosexuality. We might broach on that, or we might get deeper, heavy mental into this thing. But every subject we deal with in the state of mental is dealing with some heavy mental. You understand? Because we have to, because this heavy mental knowledge of mental is advancing us. It's going to advance us in the future state. This is for the people who have that future mindset. The future, the mindset, the evolution will be verbalized and realized. You understand that? The evolution will be verbalized and realized. Those of you who are not in tune with that, oh well. You understand? This is not no radio show. I'm not a radio personality. I am a loudspeaker for the evolution of our people through the knowledge of the supreme Amen being, the supreme and living God, Amen. Not no false god of religion. I am the intellectual ʟᴜᴛᴜRᴇ. Join us again Friday at 9 p.m. We'll let you know what the topic is going to be from State